Soul Tribe, yours truly, Ivory. Ivory's Tarot. Raw messages. Soul's journeys messages. Number one, apologize for being late. However, I'm here, and to be honest with you, started to do it another day. However, I'm here. I'm tired. You ever been just tired? Well, that's the way I feel right now. Tired. Long, long day. You know, one of those up at 5, done about 7, 8, and you keep rolling. What's up, everybody? Um, from time to time, I like to share things, have discussions and conversations, if you will, about things that you would say that the media, that includes social media, mainstream media. What's up, Stacy? Say you caught me live. You know, so there's a lot going on, quote unquote, behind the scenes. A lot going on behind the scenes. And what be fascinating and what be funny to me is we're in this uncharted territory. We're in this uncharted times. To whereas you can go to sleep tonight and wake up tomorrow morning, something transpires, something happened that causes major changes. Listen to me, folks. So in our minds, we have a tendency to say things like, or think things like, look at that, this shit getting crazy, crazy, crazy. That's all we'll say is shit getting crazy. But what are we doing? Not what we're doing about the craziness, just what are we doing? You can go to bed tonight and wake up tomorrow, and major events is taking place right in front of your eyes. So next year, as I look a little bit, that's just a little short time span. That's one solar return from today. But if I just look just a little bit in the future, hit that like button as you come in. You know what I see? Just a year from now. Not no 5 years, no 20 years, no 30 years, just a year from now. If we're not already in a global financial crisis, we'll be in the golden age, as some like to be throwing out there around the media. One of the two. Listen again. A year from now, if we're not in a global financial crisis, meaning that every damn body on the planet is going to be affected. Uncharted times. There's energy in the spiritual realm which that would also include the cosmic. That would also include quote unquote other cosmic or universal deities, cultures, civilization. Quit thinking in your head now that planet Earth is the only place that people exist. And you can call us whatever you want to call us. On other planets, they probably say, "Damn, why you ain't watching social media and you're front and center where you can look at other beings and deities from other planets." You got me? Okay, so y'all be saying, this is for y'all, your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, your north node. Okay, if y'all calling out this shit and you believe this shit is real, then what you think? So you think this is the only planet that life exists? See, if you think this is the only planet that life exists on, I can only go so far with you in conversation. Period. Because if you're stuck in this 3D and right here on this planet, as far as I stop shouting out, "Yeah, I got a Cancer Neptune." How you got it? So ain't nothing up there on Neptune then. Neptune, according to some of these here crazy ass folks on this planet, they said Neptune. Some of them even said that Pluto gone. And then they trying to live and get on Mars. Why? See what I'm talking about? So either we're going to be in a major global crisis that's on a positive side. On the negative side, everybody on the planet is going to be affected. That's number one. Number two, if not a crisis in this country, it might be what they be talking about. Who's that? Trump and his team, the golden age. One of the two. Now, I told y'all 2 years last year. So in 26, I'm going to stick with it. 2 years. Hold on. Let me get these missionaries and these evangelists out of here right quick here. We ain't into the missionaries and evangelists. Y'all can do that Sunday. Don't come to my channel trying to be missionary and evangelists and shit. Trying to save people. Don't save me. I don't want to be saved. Texas Slim, Stacy, what's up, Shamika? Get them out of here, Shamika. What's up, Kai? Rita. Okay, y'all. I'm going to stick to my 2 year. I don't do predictions. I just tell you what I see, what I hear. Use all of you got more than 5, but at least that 6th sense that they took from you. And your 6th sense is your 6th sense of thought. Yeah, I know you got hear and taste and see and smell and feel. But don't forget your 6th sense of thought. If you can't think for yourself, all them other senses is off. A lot of folks think that they got 5 senses. When you're talking about brainwashing, not just in America, just civilizations in general, these people have brainwashed people to whereas if this group of people, the Harvard professor, Yale professor, 35-year studies on da human whatever, woo, 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 woo. And then we'll be like believing his ass. They're like we believe Sigmund Freud, right? No, you can't just believe every damn thing you see in print. If you don't know about who wrote it, then you just read shit. That's why they say the King James Version. Version mean that there's more than one opinion, more than one version, more than one theory. King James Version. That's why when you open up that book and you go to the Gospels, which I know it means more than good news now, but when you go to them books, the Gospel, that's why I say Gospel according to, because Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, they wasn't even living. They've never lived, and they damn sure wasn't living when the Bible was written. That's why they have to say according to. But see, we don't think. See what I'm talking about? Sixth sense. Next year in 26, folks, they're going to celebrate. Listen to me real. Hold on. See, I got to go get my damn calculator with y'all. Because y'all are having me throwed off. And I don't like to be throwed off. So I'm going to get my big Dollar Tree calculator. You know when Dollar Tree used to have these for $1. They're $1.25 now. They probably more than that. Why? Because it's made in China. Ooh. It's made in China. Now, ever since I even, long before social media, but day one on social media, if I'm not mistaken again, the first one was Facebook. I've been saying three things, and it was kind of like my theme. Like when I get through with my little video at the end of the video, I'll say, listen, folks, Facebook family, Instagram family, keep your eyes on the sky. It's three simple things. Keep your eyes on the sky. Keep your eyes on Asia. That includes, I've been saying this shit years before. I've been teaching it. You see what it says? Made in China. All right. Keep your eyes on the sky, in the sky. Look up there. Keep your eyes on Asia. You got China, Japan, all that shit. Thailand, Taiwan, all that shit. North and South Korea, all that's Asia. Take your pick. And keep your eyes on water. Any kind of water. Hurricane water, drinking water. One day this is going to be like gold. Scarce. You get it, you have it, you live. One of the reasons why, it's many, but one of the reasons why I tell people keep your eyes in the sky, in the sky, because one day, okay, every religion, or the big three, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, there's a God up in the sky. Follow me now. Why I say the sky? Because they say they're going up there. They ain't going down there. They're going up there. This is the type of videos that I get in trouble with the algorithms and YouTube, because there's certain shit they don't want people to be talking about. I'm just telling you from experience. When you start talking about shit that everybody else ain't talking about, or shit they don't want you to know. Now check this here out. Listen, keep your eyes on the sky. That's what I say, right? Everybody, the big three, those three religions I just gave you, collectively, 99% of them believe that there's somebody up there. that's got a kid, got a son. Not all, listen, they're going to come back and get you and get me. I don't want to go. And they're going to take you somewhere in the sky. Right? This is mansion, streets we go, all of this. Hold on now. We in uncharted times. Now watch this here. There's going to be a Hollywood movie one day in the sky. And you're going to see it. But it's going to be holographic images. Listen to me good. Powered by artificial intelligence. You call AI. Just like you looking at me. You think this is me, right? Well, I know this is me. But it's me, right? So you're going to look up in the sky. Then what if you saw somebody look just like me, or my video is being broadcast live in the sky? You got me? I'm trying to get you to think and take your mind somewhere and get you out of this damn trap, this matrix, this fucking hellhole. So whatever your religion is, whatever your God is, one day you're going to be able to look up in the sky, bam. Whatever they wrote in that book, they're going to play it out, holographic imagery. Hologram. That's one of the reasons. That's a big reason for me to tell people, keep your eyes in the sky. What's another reason? A few years back, remember this here, right after the damn lockdown, they started talking about zombie invasions and alien invasions. Now, hold on. That's a little bit thick. Anytime your government, listen, the crookedest people in this country, politicians, anytime your government, I had to kick them shoes, my little flip-flop. I call them my chef suit. My chef, you know, when you a chef, I have my comfortable chef shoes. Sit. Listen, folks, Uncharted Times. I don't have no script, no edited, no notes, no teleprompter. All that shit here. I'm just telling you what I'm looking at. Now, they went to talking about zombie. Remember this shit, y'all? Alien invasions and shit. I want y'all to go somewhere with me. These folk crazy. Now they'll be like, send you subliminal truths, subliminal messages on shit, right? Now check this here out. There are real aliens, if you will, and there are, of course, man-made, I call them Follywood aliens. Listen to me good, folks. There are spacecraft, if you will. All right. This live stream is for information, clarification, and confirmation only. So take what resonates. It's entertainment too now. I have to say that shit. Because they're actually, you know, you're going to look up in the sky one day, folks. And you're going to see some shit. And if your mind is not ready for it, meaning that you expecting it, whatever it is, if you ain't thinking, if your mind ain't prepared for it, you ain't going to be able to handle it. You're not. We're still in the sky. Hold on. Keep your eyes on Asia. That's what China at. When I used to say what was going on in China, they, they were blocking my ass. Obama and Biden. Trump, when Trump in office, Trump fuck with me. Meaning that I get on here and say some shit and don't have to get in trouble. Just like I'm telling you what I see. In 2017, if you've been following me, not just here, I gave folks at least 3 years in advance. I gave y'all 2. I gave Facebook and IG 3 years in advance in 2017 and told them, look, did 2 or 3 videos. I ain't talking about no little quick ones. And it was just entitled, Don't Take the Shot. Simple. And everybody was like, what the fuck is he talking about? What are you talking about, Ivory? Don't take the shot. I told him about 2 labs, one in North Carolina and one in Wuhan, China. I told him who was all involved. Funky Fire Fauci, Bill Gates of hell. I told him about the virus. Told him it was going to be a cover-up. Told him how they going to change the name from Corona to COVID. Code name Cover-Up 19. I told everybody if Hillary would have been president and the plan would have went through, we're in uncharted territories, uncharted times now. Hold on. It's finna get stupid. If she became president, more than 20 million people would have died from COVID. Most people don't even know during the Trump administration, he stopped his first administration. He stopped what they call chemtrail planes from spraying. Listen to me, folks. He stopped planes carrying because we get a lot of our pharmaceuticals from, keep your eyes on Asia, from Asia. Listen. And on these planes, there was doses of what's supposed to be what you think today is the vaccine. Our pharmaceuticals didn't make shit. Pfizer, all of it. Now they listing what's inside of the damn shot, the jab. And people like, damn, why they didn't tell us this shit? No, they tried to force you to take this shit. Why? And when I told everybody, the first shot is a tracking device. That's why they wanted you to take 2. Now, me and other people, some people, was telling people about this shit. I said, keep your eyes on Asia. Hold on, I ain't through with Asia. And boy, was I in some serious trouble. I had to move. This in the past year. I show y'all this here for a reason. These like souvenir devices and shit. Hold on. I show y'all this. This the past year, including there's a laptop there, a new one. There's another phone device right here on the stand, similar to this one. Over here, record. And then it's a device in front of me. This is the only way. I can't tell y'all live at 9 p.m. upcoming video on my page anymore on this channel. Because what I'm sharing with y'all is real shit. Ain't nobody in the news talking about this. They ain't talking about this on TikTok. Listen. So I keep them as souvenirs. This is in 1 year. I can go over there and get you the boxes and let you see the boxes. This is just one of the most recent ones. Then now I have to use a camera, but because listen. So remember I told you who you don't trust. Your government and politicians. Here's where the monkey wrench comes in. And this is why shit's, just follow me, y'all, with this Asia shit. Trump is not a politician, y'all. All right. You ain't never heard, you ain't hearing too many people say this here. If you heard anybody say it live, Trump, for those who don't know, is not a damn politician. He's so far from a politician. He ain't part of none of the cliques. He ain't part of Skull and Bone. He ain't with none of that shit. This man is not a politician. He might be closer to a gangster or a thug than he is a politician. Can I say it again? Listen, I'm still on China now. We talking uncharted time. By the time I get done with this video, I'm going to come back. I was one late, so I got to pay the price. So I'm going to come back. We're going to do a double header back to back. I'm going to come back. Whose story is this? Yeah. Listen. For the record, Trump's not a politician. Never has been, never will be. So everything he does is different than what the Washington norm would do. And if he's closer to a gangster and a thug and a convict, so you mean to tell me, listen, whether you believe in God, Allah, Buddha, universe, mama, you, whatever. You mean to tell me that, let's just break it down. You mean to tell me so gods and who all these powerful deities are, who's supposed to be controlling what goes on down here. Listen to me. Has said to mankind in America and around the world, in America, we're going to let a thug, a gangster, a convict be your president. Other than that, why God didn't stop it? If you really believe whatever God allows, what you going to do about it? Quit complaining, right? So if God allowed this dude, a gangster thug convict, to become president, should let you know something's wrong. Or he's not a politician. Now watch this here. Back in 1984, for whatever strange reason, other than him being a young investor in real estate, and then he was a boxer promoter. He started building these hotels, these casino chains. Everybody, every color, every race, every politician, party wanted his endorsement, his financial support. Every rapper have talked about him in rap. He's been in more rap songs than any white man living. You got me? Everybody was cool with it, from Mike Tyson to Snoop Dogg to Michael Jackson to all of them. Nelson Mandela, everybody, Oprah, everybody used to fuck with him. Why? He wasn't no politician. Listen to me. In 1984, he was live talking about, and I'm still on China. He was talking about China and said, if we don't do something now, he even said it again in the 90s. But listen, he said, if we don't do something now, China gonna have, this is what Trump said. I'm gonna say it like he said it. Something to the fact, China will have America's nuts in their hand. You mean to say it again? That's what he said. He been talking about China. He been talking about tariffs. That's his hustle. But he know that China been had America's nuts in their hand. He had to release that grip. And because of that, we're in uncharted times, uncharted territory, because they own too many treasury notes in America. We're in debt to China more than anybody else on the planet. 63%, 67% of everything you look at is made in China. Y'all can't even get y'all goddamn human hair. And y'all sisters know y'all mad if y'all can't get that goddamn, if y'all can't go to the beauty supply shop and get that shit. Y'all mad. All that Gucci and Louis Vuitton, all that shit fake. China. They make that shit penny on the dollars and charge y'all thousands. China got America's nuts now in their hand and been squeezed. Ooh, listen, sisters, y'all don't know this here. Now, if you under the age of 18, you shouldn't be watching me. I don't get your grandma's permission. I don't want you to get your parents' permission. I'm just telling you. But when somebody got your whatever in their hand, your kabukas in your hand, in their hand, they can almost tell you what they want. The movie, what was that, Friday? When Cat Williams, he had my homeboy. When I said my homeboy, shout out to Terry Crews, Flint, Michigan. Hey, been knowing the dude a good dude, but in that movie, this serious shit, I know Terry real fucking good, y'all. Listen. He had them vice grips. Ooh. Sweating. That's how. So when China said, America, we want y'all to do this, or we gonna do this. And if America say, no, we don't agree to that, China say, and America say, oh, shit. Now, what you don't know, Trump used to call the virus the China virus. Y'all remember that? Hold on now, wait a minute. Get your eyes on Asia. So, when the shit was leaked in the lab, I went live. Soon as I went live, in the comment, like y'all in the comment, people like, Ivory, you said this shit. You said this shit. I said, I know, but just hold on, y'all. Y'all need to go on now and get this shit and get prepared. I start telling people what to go and buy and everything. 2 weeks later, every goddamn thing off the shelf. Hold on, listen. But I gave y'all a 3-year warning. So I gave y'all a 2-year warning. You got 1 more year now. Listen. So now, Trump is Cat Williams in that scene. Terry Crews is China now. Can I say it again? Hold on, y'all. Trump is Cat Williams in that scene. This metaphorically speaking. And Terry Crews is China. Trump is America. If you remember the movie, this is one of the funniest damn scenes that I've seen in television. Cat Williams, now this America, listen, he represents America. He got Chinese balls. In the movie, he knew once I let go these balls, hold on, Jamaica. Once I let go these balls, China gonna be on that ass. Terry Crews gonna be on that ass. Listen to me good, folks. This is what's getting ready to happen with America and China. Because right now, all of they shit, they don't consume hardly shit. They don't get shit hardly from us. They don't get shit hardly from nobody. They make shit, manufacture shit. Since China has been in the World Trade Organization, the WTO, in the 90s, early 90s, Bill Clinton time. Listen, they been cheating and stealing. Come on now. Y'all remember the knockoff Nikes, knockoff Gucci, knockoff Louis Vuitton? All the time y'all been thinking about knockoff generic drugs as opposed to the name brand. Remember when you couldn't buy no goddamn generic drugs before the 90s. I'm giving y'all some facts. That's the China effect. So all the shit you thought was knockoff, they'll go to their beauty supply stores and the flea markets and all these other places, and you can go in there and get knockoff Gucci bags, and now folks walking around and people say, where you get that? Don't worry about it, because they know they call it knockoff, right? Y'all remember the knockoff Gucci and all that shit? Come to find out now, with this trade tariff, all that shit was the same as the damn real shit. You just went out there and paid Gucci price. You went out there and paid Louis price. And China what? Was smart. Now they damn world economic power. You know, they right there with us, right? All because of America. And since then, over 90,000 manufacturing companies and plants, GM, Ford, Chrysler, Steel, you name it, China. And Trump got China by the balls. And China is saying, okay, but soon as you let go of my balls, damn, that's deep, but it's the truth. I'm going to be on your ass. Trump been talking about China and they know it. He done been on Oprah every goddamn where. karma. Now all of a sudden, he is the person. Ain't nobody thought Trump was going to be no motherfucking president as he appeared on Oprah talking about this shit, as he appeared on all these news broadcasts back in the 80s and shit, 90s and shit, talking about this shit. We don't like them receipts. We don't want to think. We want to be cognitive stupid. And we as I'm not African American, I'm not black. I'm just saying that's what they call y'all. That's what y'all like to hear. We as blacks and African Americans, we bought into this Democratic bullshit. We bought into this Republican bullshit. We bought into these political promises and shit. Y'all thought, not me, y'all thought that Obama was going to be your black hope. Didn't happen. He let China do whatever the fuck they want to do. Why? Then they tried to kill him. Because even China know, even Iran know, even Washington know that if this man gets back in the office, he gonna have every damn body, all of his enemies by the balls. Nobody is off of his gangster checklist. China's being squeezed, folks. One of the main reasons nations go to war is because of financial crisis, financial meltdown. And that's what China's going through. But they got all of this military power now. They got all this control, this dominance. So it's like America has created a beast that China used to kiss America's ass. Then it flipped. America started kissing China's ass. It done flipped again. Why? Pluto. A lot of the things that I'm telling y'all, change, evolution, transformation, death, rebirth, whatever you want to call it, awakening, whatever you want. Pluto. Hold on. All right. Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. Next year, 2026, you're going to have a repeat of cosmic past, of times past, from an energy standpoint, from a spiritual standpoint, from an evolution standpoint. And what am I saying? Next year, in America, the last time Pluto was in the 11th house, where it is right now, that I've been sharing with y'all, was when America was a new country. So next year, 2026, get the timeline, y'all. Numbers is the universal language. Don't forget that. I just did y'all some little simple numbers on a China device that cost me $1. Very important numbers, though. All I did, if you take 2026 and minus 50, 250, you're going to get 1776. Why is that important? That's when America, quote unquote, on paper, became a country, a nation, whatever, the United States, 1776. So it's only befitting that you will have a president like Donald Trump and Pluto energy, total change, every damn thing he's doing, you, me, Washington, China, Europe, whoever, Russia, nobody has ever seen nobody do shit like he's doing. Why? Because this is the first time that death, endings, rebirth, transformation, revolutions, evolutions, you're going to have global conflicts, global crisis based on what one man's decisions are. But you got to think about this too. Why would, quote unquote, the creator all, the most high God, whoever, Allah, why would they allow this dude to be in office to affect the whole goddamn planet? Why would they allow him 3 assassins' bullets over the summer last year to miss him? Why would they allow, I'm talking about God and all these other gods, why would they allow, listen to me, why would they allow 34 indictments, a convict? Why would they allow a mugshot? Why would they allow all of this shit? This man been on trial ever since he came down the escalator in 2015. He's been investigated for something. And here he is now. Can you imagine, folks? And we're going to get to this water. Can you imagine China right now looking at this man and looking at Washington and looking at the political establishment in America like, I thought we paid y'all. I thought y'all told us he wasn't going to be president. I'm giving y'all a bigger fucking picture here. Don't y'all know that if this man becomes president, this China talking, if this man becomes president, he going to have us by the balls. He going to have us by the ball. And he back there. So now you got China scared because why? I know that damn virus started in a damn lab in Wuhan, China, because I told everybody about gain of function in 2017. And I told people that if Hillary becomes president, 20 million people would die. So they did a change off. They did an exchange, so to speak. Okay, so since that plan didn't work, we'll let 20 million immigrants follow me, y'all, in America for 4 years. Since 20 million people is not out of here because of a virus created in a Chinese lab. These immigrants, listen to me. One of the things that they forced on them was to be vaccinated in order to get in here. That was one of the main things in the processing centers. And all these here, whatever they want to call it, sanctuary cities and shit. Now you got 20 million people here. Why? Because Biden was in debt, him and his son, to China, Russia, Ukraine. Follow the money, folks. All the problems that America's been talking about, at least for the past 20 years, China, Ukraine, and Russia, keeps coming up. So now you got a Ukraine war. Why? Because Ukraine blackmailed the Biden family. One. Why is Russia? Because Russia blackmailed the Biden family. Why is all these damn immigrants over? Because in 2015, Biden and his son went south to the border, made a deal with the cartels. And Obama know all about this shit. This shit is stanky. And when people like me go to talking about it, and it's already out there, it's just that you got to know this shit now. This is all past shit. So now China is being held by Trump like this. He got all of China like this and Asia. One man. And whoever the powers that be, it don't look like nobody gonna be able to stop him. China will invade somewhere in 2026. There's going to be, within these here next 4 years, a cyber attack. That's going to be crazy. There's going to be a cyber war. There's going to be power outages. Listen to me good. We in uncharted times, uncharted territories. So yeah, China is going to invade Taiwan because they need right now. They hurt. When you get a nation like that, you get a country like that back up against the wall, and they know there's one man that's got them like this here, and it's the same man that's been calling our asses out since the 80s and the 90s. It's the same man that said that we're the reason why millions are dead because of a funky ass virus that leaked from one of our labs. We know he on our ass. We know he coming out our ass. You got to put yourself in the mindset. Let's say I'm the one that killed somebody in your family that's close to you. And then you see me again. I killed somebody in your family close to you, and you see me again. It's on the spot. Check this here out. Who gonna pull the plug first? Who gonna pull the first shot? Whether it be cyber war attack, whether it be knocking out each other's satellites, whether it be invading somewhere that the other one just don't fucking want. And then you got a global conflict. Because right now, China is being squeezed by Trump. So, if you ain't got no power, and it's a blackout. That's what we're, listen, always remember now, as above, so below. Above, we're some transformative energy. For those of you who don't, as far as the age of Aquarius, we've been there since 2004. So now that we've settled in, I wouldn't be shocked and surprised that a year from now or within the next 4 years, this will be, I call it liquid gold, water. Because during the lockdown, water was important. And you, in most places, they had a limit of how many cases you could get. At the beginning, there wasn't no limit. People just going in snatching, grabbing, right? But if you had to quarantine for 2 weeks, if you got the virus, you survived. You had power, you had whatever, meds or medical assistance, or you was in the hospital. Those that went to the hospital and they put you on the machines, you died. Because that hospital was paid $13,000 to put you on the ventilator, respirator. That's one reason. But those that made it through those 2 weeks, you cool, right? But if you ain't got no power, no electricity, they can't produce this, folks. And if you without power, which I believe would be a lot of people on this planet, if you without power for 2 weeks, you can only go probably at most 3 days without water. I want y'all to listen to me. So I started telling people it's the next global event that's going to make COVID look like a common cold event. And it's going to have a lot to do with electricity, power, telecommunications, your device, and water. I always tell people, I do it on a regular basis. I got so much damn water here, you probably be like, damn. But listen, it's going to be this, vote. A lot of people go with no power and no water. Hold on, let me have some fun. First, I'm going to put them up there. Nope, I'm not Nostradamus. If that's all you got. Hold on, y'all. It's my time to have some fun. I'm not Nostradamus. No, I'm not. Hold on. And then we do this. Magic Wand Platinum. Man, folks, come on here. See, these be the ones that I be having problems with my devices and shit. When they energy come in this motherfucker. Get their asses out of there. You see what I'm talking about? They had a little minute of fame. Keep your eyes on the sky, I shared it with you. Keep your eyes on Asia, folks. China, Taiwan, North and South Korea, Japan, so on and so forth. And keep your eyes on water. This is your next pandemic. We're in uncharted territory. There's going to be, as I've shared with y'all, there's going to be 2 years of plenteous, meaning that I told y'all that last year. So 2026, when America, get this now, this is transformative energy. In other words, Pluto haven't been in the 11th house since past 250 years, 40 some years. But it's in that same time frame when America became a nation. America became a nation the last time Pluto was in the 11th. Now they're getting ready to what? Celebrate next year. Hold on. Celebrate what? All my power surge just went down. Damn. I'm pulling that kind of power. What are you going to celebrate, America? Because if you celebrating the slaughter, the genocide of a whole so many groups and nations of people that was already here, what are you celebrating? So now what ends up happening is this transformation. I personally think, based on the energy and based on repeating history, the last time Pluto was in the 11th house, this whole country is getting ready. This whole system, the Constitution, the everything is going to be transformed, either by universal force, natural disaster, war, economic meltdown, viruses, diseases, destructions, famines, everything that they talk about. And it's not so much as based on that story. This is reality. And for those of us that will make it until 2043, 2044, when Pluto moves into its final transit and Pisces, you in a totally different stratosphere. And then after that, a lot of us return. The soul don't die. So I'm talking about the next 40, 50 years, you could have transitioned into the afterlife and be back here by the time Pluto gets to Aries, 40, 50 years from now. You got me? But here right now, we getting ready to go through some shit. Let me give you one more little nugget. The death of the Pope is not a small thing. That's a global world leader. And whoever this next Pope is, Pluto represents that 8th house, if you will. So you're dealing with the underworld. You're dealing with dark side. You're dealing with hidden side. You're dealing with shadow side. You're dealing with shit behind the scenes, right? But what Pluto does is it forces it to come to the surface so you can deal with it, whether it's religiously, politically, personally, emotionally, mentally, whatever. Pluto, that energy forces change. But it's necessary, right? So I'll leave y'all with this. You're getting ready to find out some things about all these religions, a lot of historical facts that's been hidden in the vaults of the Vatican since they invaded places like modern day Egypt. Since the invasion also include where we are right here, Turtle Island. There's things that we don't know, that if we did know it, even from a religious standpoint, it changes everything. When you hear people out here talking about Jesus Christ never physically existed in the flesh, physically, he was created in a council in 325 AD. The Vatican knows this. Why is the Vatican important? Because the Catholic Church is where you get the origin of modern day Christianity, King James Version. Plus, the Catholic Church got its information, its principles, religious systems, origins, and so on and so forth from what you call modern day Kemet, Egypt, which was once Kemet or Nubia. So during the Ptolemy period, that's where you get the changing of the guard, if you will, because just like the Europeans, the descendants of Rome, invaded this land, they also did it in Egypt. They also did it in South America. So these three places, now they're going to show you, it's going to be revealed to the world, a lot of this shit that's been hidden. That's the effect of Pluto. When you find out shit like the lifestyle on a personal level, these people you be seeing on AI, social media, people like Shannon Sharp and people just not, these are just recent ones. P. Diddy, just a lot of shit behind the scenes that you don't know. That now is coming to the forefront. That's Pluto bringing it to the surface. Now, Shannon Sharp has got to deal with his issues. It ain't just Shannon Sharp. It's me, it's you, it's everybody. From Washington to the Vatican. The uncharted times and territories we're in now is either you're going to change, you're going to adapt to change, or you're just going to be physically out of here. When war breaks out, a lot of people are going to be physically out here. It's already wars going on now. I'm talking about when you got possible nukes involved, or they shooting out each other's satellites. And now you ain't got no power grid. You ain't got no electricity. That's the human effect. And this becomes gold. You think the pandemic snatching water snatching was crazy. Let there be a power outage. For a sustained amount of time. Beyond 3 days, this is crucial. 3 days. 3. And it's the, like we used to say, it's the little things that we overlook. Water. I'm going to leave it with this. We're in uncharted territories with water source. Not to mention the water that's coming from your ocean shores. By the time Pluto in this here, by the time Mars catches up in the 11th house with Pluto, folks, in its transit, it's crazy. 2038, 2039, if you still around, it's crazy. The next decade, the 30s, 2030s, it's going to be crazy. You might be looking at a whole new place called America. It may not even be named America. This man in here changing names already. And I'm telling you, it's just getting started. And as far as China, you can expect some kind of global response from China when America release China's balls. Just like in that scene when Cat Williams did let go of Terry. That man was running for his life. You don't bag nobody like China in the corner like Trump is doing right now. And they just let that shit slide. And they know this man already feel, believe, know, whatever, that they're the ones that lied about the damn COVID. And with the proof and the facts and the receipts now, China could be facing the tribunal courts. This shit's gets real crazy quick. 14 million, and this is a lot, 14 million manufacturers and small businesses and all this shit shut down in China. They in uproar, protests in the damn streets. But you got to be on certain media sites to see this shit. This shit crazy. We, meanwhile, on the other side of town, on the other side of the planet, it's finna get thick here too. You got 67% of what we touch. A lot of the food you eat, China owned the meat processing plants. Your drugs, pharmaceutical. If it wasn't for China, there is no Pfizer, there is no vaccine. If it wasn't for China and India. So that's why they're trying to do business with India to bypass China. It's finna get crazy, folks. Real quick. To the point to where somebody finna come out swinging. That's why I said, who's gonna pull the plug first? Who's gonna throw the first stone? Who's gonna throw the first punch? Who's gonna pull the first trigger? Who's gonna launch the first bomb? Who's gonna knock out the first satellite? You gotta look at shit like that now. Because when you go to starving a fucking nation like China, and since the 90s, the late 80s, early 90s, they've been building up their military. They got a navy bigger than America. They got just as many nukes as America. You don't push these people. And then you got a world leader on the world stage pointing the finger at China and say, y'all the one that's been ripping everybody off. Y'all the one that caused the goddamn pandemic and the global lockdown. At the very least, they've been invading the shit out of Taiwan. And America already said, don't do that. So is Trump going to be like Biden? Don't do shit? Is he going to be like Obama? Don't do shit? Is he going to be like Bill Clinton? Don't do shit? Is he going to be like the Bushes and don't do shit? Look like to me, he Cat Williams. He already doing some shit. Now, how is China going to respond? Are they going to soften up and come back at us another way once we let them back in? Or are they just going to say, hold on, boy, we China. We 2 billion strong. We communists. We don't see our people and our economy and our politics and our religion like you do, boy. We don't give a fuck. We China. China gonna remind the world, y'all forgot, we had the largest inland genocide. We've killed more of our people than any other people on the planet. We China. People don't know this shit though. We're in some uncharted territories, uncharted times, uncharted waters, folks. It's getting ready to get real crazy quick. The least that you can do is just keep your eyes on that water now, I'm telling you. Keep your eyes on Asia and keep your eyes on the sky. We'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.